Honestly, at our house, it's a little bit crazy. It's chaotic. 3 children the same age are a little bit hard to keep up with.
Whoa.
I'm Derek Schott. This is my wife, Rachel Schott. Our children are Rigby, Desmond, and Rayanne.
When they were about 18 months old, their doctor started recognizing some developmental delays. They received an autism moderate level 3 diagnosis with associated language disorder. So all 3 of them are nonverbal. We started out with parents' teachers, and through parents' teachers got a referral to First Steps. And from First Steps, we were referred to United Services, and they're now in the Building Blocks Intensive Program, all 3 of them.
First impression was they were full of energy, full of life and excitement. And so one of the first things I thought we might need to work on is learning to sit still and to attend to a task. They're not going to be able to learn any new skills until they can sit and focus on what we're teaching them.
They struggle to tell us what they need, but we're getting closer to communication steps.
Just very recently with Rayanne, she didn't have any words when she came here, and singing the ABCs. I mean, she's got multiple segments of that. We say A, B, C, D, and she'll come with the E, F, G. It's not perfectly clear, but it's definitely what she's trying to say. Elemental P is particularly funny.
They're getting a lot of one-on-one time here and meeting new friends. It's pretty amazing. I wish we could stay here longer.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you so much, United Services, for taking care of our babies.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great experience.
It's always hard to see these kids go, but saying goodbye to 3 such special kids was a little bit of an emotional moment. But I was also really excited for them, the amount of growth we saw, and I felt like they were ready for their next adventure.
For their future, I don't have a ton of expectations. I want them to be happy. I don't want them to be sad all the time. So them being in environments where they're joyful is important, and that's been successful so far. Communication, that's the goal, in my opinion. My goal is for them to be able to communicate to me what they need in any situation.
When we got accepted at United Services, it was a huge difference to the quality of life. I mean, once we were able to do in person and United Services opened up, we saw immediate changes with the kids. It set them up very well once they aged out and went into the school district. We had that much of a head start because of those precious months that we had at United Services. So I think we'll be donors for life, probably.
If you see an alligator, don't forget to scream! Good job!
When Benton was 10 months old, we noticed that he was a little behind.
He would never hold his head up, and we just thought that was odd. I mean, he got older and older and older, and he just never held his head up. So we needed something to look into that. And once we spoke with some therapists, they recommended First Steps, and they recommended getting on the wait list at United Services. And getting into United Services, he became stronger and stronger over a period of time. Before Benton came to United Services, you would not see him play with another child. He would sit down, play with his own toy, and the other kids would be running around and playing. He would acknowledge them, he could look at them, but he would not run up and try to attempt to interact with his peers. Now, you see him, he's still, with the autism diagnosis, I still think he sits a little bit and plays by himself, but he attempts it a lot more, and he is interacting with quite a few children now.
When we first started United Services, I felt so at home. We had open communication with all of the teachers, with all of the teachers' assistants, getting notes home. It was amazing.
And you're scared when your child needs services like that. You know, you don't know what to expect. And United Services, they opened their arms to us, and it felt like a home. And they have done amazing things. I mean, he's listening, you know, following direction.
Thank you so much.
Miss Monica was the head teacher in room 205. She was Benton's main teacher, but she had 4 amazing teacher's assistants as well. The communication that we were able to have with her, she would text me and tell me how his day went. She would text me and check up on me when we had a hard doctor's appointment, or
And when he had a great day at school and he accomplished something new, she just made us feel like family.
yes.
When Benton came into the classroom, the focus was on developing his skills in the area of making his wants and needs known, as well as working on appropriate play skills, so using toys at his home or in the community appropriately, so that he could use them to learn and to develop his cognitive skills as well as his social skills. One element of the Building Blocks program that I think is essential is parent-teacher communication, because the skills that all of these kiddos are working on can be worked on within routines at home and at school, and those skills develop so much faster if we're all working on the same things at the same time.
3, you remembered.
When I first met Benton, he had a few signs and a few words. And by the time 6 months went by, he was able to complete a request by saying a sentence of, "I want bubbles," or "I want more bubbles."
You tell me, I want purple.
I want to Popeye.
Nice job.
We also worked on some motor, on him stepping up and stepping down off of things. We also worked on playing with toys appropriately and for an appropriate length of time. We also worked on some feeding issues and using utensils.
There you go.
We have a swing set in the backyard, and Benton, it took him a long time to be able to climb and to use the swing set. And now he's like a normal child out there running around. It's playing, he's going to swing,
swinging.
he's climbing, kicking the ball.
Playing with neighbors.
You know, just United Services taught him how to be a boy, how to be a child, and it's amazing the way he's changed over the past year.
That's the truth.
They taught him how to be a boy.
Yeah.
I mean, a little boy. He's a little boy now. He's trying to interact with other children. I mean, it chokes you up.
It's neat.
Like the diamond in the sky. Twinkle, little star. I wonder what you are.
For United Services, I fully expected Benton to live with me for the rest of his life. And to see how he has progressed over the last couple of years, I fully think that Benton can live a normal lifestyle and live on his own. I think he can do whatever he wants to after United Services has set him on the right path.